as the title should say. First of all, welcome back to another episode of Dad Volume 1. This one is titled Getting in Your Dad Reps, right? Like anything else, in order to become great at something, you must practice at it. It's the same concept. We're taught that in sports, jump shot, handles, you want to catch the ball, you want to throw the ball, all that stuff takes practice, right? And the same logic is in this fatherhood journey. You gotta get your reps in. That's kind of the mantra I took in the beginning. For all those who know, I have a 1-year-old. I gotta stop saying that though. You gotta listen back to the episodes because I gotta keep it pushing. But yes, I have a 1-year-old. This is why this podcast exists. But I knew when we brought her home, I knew that I wanted to be very hands-on, and a lot of things went into that, right? Of course, I wanted to show as a black man what a black father can be, right? The stereotypes, all the stuff that comes with that, right? But then just as a father, if you layer up, to be present, because outside of the black community and all communities in general, there's a lack of father in the house, a lack of a dad, a male presence in the house, right? So I also wanted to be hands-on for that. But then I wanted to be hands-on for my own personal goals, right? And I think that's how you should approach, being a dad, or at least that's how I did it, is like, I want to achieve certain things personally. And some of those things were, I wanted to have a diaper changing routine on point, right? Let's go into that. Getting your reps in, changing diapers. When I tell you, prior to my daughter being born, I haven't changed a diaper probably in 15, 16 years. Just never, didn't have a lot of nieces and nephews that, were close. Wasn't around a lot of babies, had no reason to be changing diapers ever, right? So had zero experience. And you can try to, practice with little dolls and stuff, but until you have a live baby, possibly crying and possibly a blowout and poop everywhere and a lot of moving pieces, a sitting doll just doesn't quite prepare you as much as you think it would. But I knew that I wanted to perfect a diaper changing routine for myself personally. This is just something I wanted to know that I could do without assistance. That's just a goal I had. Don't know why. Don't know. There's no reasons. I don't go around telling people I'm the best diaper changer of all time, which I am. But it's just, that's that competitive edge in me. I can take competition and put it wherever I needed to put it to succeed, right? So I was changing diapers from day one, right? And I have to say all this. I'm not trying to get a pat on the back, right? And hopefully we'll learn this as this show and you learn who I am. This isn't about, hey, I did, because, most of you're supposed to, you're the dad, you're supposed to. I get all that. This isn't about that. This is championing and making fatherhood fun, and making guys who are about to have kids and who are thinking of having kids, showing that there's a way you can still be fun and it can still be exciting while still being a present full-time parent. That's all this is. So yes, I know that's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do. And I take that very seriously. But back to the diaper changing routine. I was changing diapers, and the first couple of months, now I look back on it because I could change a diaper in my sleep. But the first couple of months, yeah, I would change, and my wife would go, well, maybe do this. Again, she was a preschool teacher and she got her degree in child development. So she's been embedded in this for a while, and she's an auntie. So, she knows what she's doing. It wasn't like a toxic, do it this way, the right way. So it was an informative, helpful way. So, I would change diapers like I was in a class and she was the instructor, and I would go, how about this? And then you go, okay, well, you want to pull this all the way in to overlap that for the waist side, and you want to push it out so it doesn't crumble or get the crease in the middle, and then, grabbing legs and having everything around you and the stuff to put on. And, because babies, my child will allow you to change her diaper. She's better now within a certain time frame. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she'll lay there, but if she starts to get wind that you don't know what you're doing, she wants out. She wants out. She wants to change. You got to be ready to redirect. Like now it's so easy. You just give her something that's not a toy and she's intrigued by it. So like I'll give her a lotion bottle, and she just holds it. Don't put it in her mouth. Don't try to just, wow, this isn't a toy. This isn't something I play with all the time. And the whole time I'm down there, boop, 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 onesie, boom, boom, boom. So changing a lot of diapers and having a routine for the blowouts, because I remember my first blowout, I was home alone and it went up, I swear, to the bottom of her head. I have no clue how I did that. And I remember sitting there for like probably 1.5 seconds of straight panic. And this is already after, we brought her home. I felt like I've been killing it, but I've yet to have my blowout. That was my first blowout. And I remember just sitting there for like 1 second, like, what the, like, what the fuck? And then immediately you gotta go. Like, you gotta go. So my first time with the blowout was, I took her upstairs, because it's like, okay, she's going straight to a bath. You want to change her, but then it's like, what do you lay her on? Because that, whatever that is, has to either get washed or thrown away. And then you got to discard the clothes and take them off without it going in her face or her eye. And then while that's happening, you can't just hold her, because it's, you know what I'm saying? Like normally if I'm running the bath, I can hold her in one hand, turn her back. So now I'm like putting her in the tub and then try to run her water, but then the water has to be perfect. Can't be too hot, too cold. So like you can see a lot that you wouldn't think of by yourself goes into just changing like a blowout. Because once a blowout happens, stuff got to go in the laundry, a baby has to go in the tub, and new diapers has to be changed, right? So it's a process, especially when you're by yourself. So after thanks to my daughter, I had many times to practice. And now, that panic, it's not a panic. It's more like, okay, like, ring the alarm. We got to blow out. Boom, boom, boom. I know what to do now. I know how to set her up. I can't even think, because she hasn't had, because I was finna like try to give that process. But honestly, she hasn't had like a blowout crazy. Actually, she had one yesterday, but my wife had that one. So I haven't had a blowout in a minute. So it's not something that I'm going to every day, but it's something to think about when you're in those early stages, to, want to perfect, to want to have in your tool belt. That's kind of how I look at it. Like everything that I want to get reps in is I want to, this is a bad example, but treat it as if you are a single father. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just rely on your wife to come and handle the dirty work and to come and handle the stuff, the non-fun stuff. No, dive straight in and get your process down. And that way you could be reliable. And that way you're not panicking if it happens on your time or if you're by yourself. Like, one day when she's older, daddy-daughter days and all that, like I need to be able to have processes and routines so I'm comfortable enough to take her out by myself, which I currently do. So you definitely want to get your reps and changing diapers. Do not shy away from it. Do not, and this is another thing. I told myself I would never do this, and I was almost guilty of it once, but I told myself I would never pass on the responsibility of like a poopy diaper if I caught wind of it first. Because I was like, I would hate for that to happen to me. Meaning, if you get to the baby and he or she pooped, that's your responsibility right there. Don't just send them to your mom. I know a lot of people do this. I know, because you're tired, and who really wants to deal with poop? No one. So if you feel that way, why would you then send them to someone else? And imagine if you're just minding your business and your partner found it first, sent it to you. And that, you see what I'm saying? Like, so I almost did that once and then I didn't. And moving forward now, I'm just like, it sucks. But he who finds the diaper first changes the diaper. I'm pretty sure that's in a rule book or something. So get your diaper changing reps and, become a master at changing diapers and having your stuff, knowing what to grab, wipes, the cream, the Aquaphor, diapers, a distraction, a toy, a onesie if you need to change it. Just have all that stuff mentally prepared to go. Another rep that you would want to practice, and I actually said it while talking about the blowout, is bath time. Bath time is another thing you want to master on your own, and it's something that same day I had to blow out was the same day I did a bath time on my own. Normally we just share the load, like I said before, I wash, she dry, I wash, whatever the case may be, and we still do bath time together, but you just want to have that in your back pocket that I've done this, we've done this together, so the kid knows that, okay, I've done this with this person before, I can trust this person, there's a routine set up. I think that's the gist of the reps in general, or of the show, is you gotta build that trust and that routine with your kid, right? Like, sure, you could just sit back and let your partner take care of it, but then that's what's gonna manifest. Then when it is your time to do something on your own, or when you do have to step up, there's not gonna be any familiarity. I can't say that word. Familiarity. It must be the way that my mixture of accents between Midwest, South, and West Coast now. I can't say familiarity. Anyway, there won't be any comfortability there. There is just gonna be like, whoa, you don't do bath, mom does bath. Whoa, you never. And to me, again, I take those things personally. You might think that that's not important. Hey, to each his own. I always say parenting styles, everything is not a one way to do it. These are just my opinions and suggestions on what can make you more equipped to be a better dad. I take it personally, knowing that in the back of my head, I can do diaper time and bath time. And bath time is different because, there's an element of danger there. Drowning, right? You can't really, when you get ready and when I get ready and I sit her in the bath, that's where we're going to be, right? So in my head, I'm like, okay, if I'm going to want my phone, bring your phone. We're going to want a toy, bring a toy. We're going to need the dry towel, have the dry towel here, have the bubble bath, have everything running. I fill up another cup of the same temperature water. So when she gets out, rinse her down with it, because if you're trying to run it and find the temperature, you're kind of wasting time. Like, it's all about timing. If you can provide a nice, smooth timing, my baby at least kind of goes with the flow, right? So I have the water ready, towel ready, and now it's gotten to the point where we'll have in the bedroom, we take her out the bathroom, and over there is the onesie, the diaper, the cream, and everything else we put on, just kind of there ready. Because there's nothing worse than trying to, do a bath and dry and be like, dang it, the onesie's downstairs. Or damn it, the wipies, there's no wipies in this area where I'm at. There's nothing worse. And the same with diaper changing. There is nothing worse than getting a baby down calm, because they fight that. They like to squirm, but let's say you get them down calm and you look around and the things that you need are not there. When I tell you, like, it's so annoying because you're about to mess up the process. You got lucky with them being calm with the bath, everything's going, and now it's like, I got to switch the room, they're cold, I got to take you into the, so try to just have everything ready, and that comes from reps, right? I've missed all those things at some point. I've started a bath and there was no dry towel. Cool. Or there was no bath towel. Cool. No toys. Cool. Oh, I don't have the extra water to rinse her off. Oh, great. Now she has to sit here with something. You know what I'm saying? So this is from the experience of doing it, the reps, right? Just like a gym. Big arms, reps, chest, reps, faster, reps, diaper change, reps, bath time, reps. And again, that's also, to me, the diaper could be a little different, but the bath time is also like a bonding moment. You're there, you're playing toys, I'm talking to her, she's talking back, splashing. It's a moment, you're having fun. And then, you dry them off, like you're building the bond. Like, that's the other thing with the reps. The reps also build the bond. So every time you do it, that's an interaction that's happening between you two. And, it's great, it's fun. And, I said it in the beginning, one of the three things to, prepare for fatherhood is it's just accepting that it is what it is. Like, that's your new normal. So, trying to fight it or trying to avoid it, that's the worst way to go about it. Like, do I feel like I've been in the middle of playing college football and it's like All right, bath time. Boom. Game goes off. Call of Duty. Game goes off. I'm in the middle of watching Sunday night football. Gotta eat. Boom. Go. Like, I'm doing what I want to do when I can. And then when it's time to do X, Y, Z, then that takes precedent over everything, right? But you want to do your reps in your diapers. You want to do your reps for your bath time. Feeding reps. Let me tell you, we have never wasted so much food. I don't know why I thought that, a baby would be excited when introduced to new food. You're just going from milk all day or formula all day. And you get some plain crackers. I'm like, okay, we introduced some veggie this and some strawberry this and that. And when I tell you, and it's fickle, because some days some days she will tear up something, and for the next 4 days won't even touch it. Will swat her little hand, spit it out her mouth. Like, you go through a lot of food, but you have to keep the reps, right? So we have a little chair on our table. We sit at her table and we just start cutting up stuff, whether it's some chicken, some bread, some fruit. We save the snacks and stuff for last because we already know what time it is. We try to feed her a little bit of anything, and she'll eat some soup. She'll tear up some soup, some applesauce. I've seen her eat everything at least once, and then I've seen her say no to those same exact things. You just have to be patient, you have to be optimistic, and you have to just assume that this particular time is gonna be the time that she eats, because she needs those reps not only to eat properly, but also some type of table manner, some type of, we're all sitting around and eating. So when you go out, it's not a crazy experience, right? Like, it's not new to them. Like, whoa, what are we doing? Why are we all sitting here? So every time we try to get food or we eat out, we always all sit at the table. She's eating what she's eating, we're eating. But like, the whole energy is we're eating. And this is what we do. And you sit in this chair when you eat, just like we put you in a high chair when we go in a restaurant. And it's fun, it's frustrating for sure. Like, especially for my wife, she'll cook something up, blend some stuff up, get it all nice, put all the stuff she like on there, peanut butter. We like, oh yeah, she finna mess this up. And girl would eat nothing. She'll eat absolutely nothing. Like, all right, give her a cracker or something and be on her way. That's how it is in the beginning. So don't get discouraged, which is easily said than done. And switch it up. Always laugh. We look at babies and kids like they're not us. Like, we weren't once baby and kids. Like, do you want to eat chicken every day of the week? Probably not, right? So you can't expect your baby to eat the same thing for 5 days. Like, so try to switch it up. Different flavors, different textures, different, portions, mushy, big size, just to switch it up on the way you feed them. Spoons. Like, I got little routines of like all types of stuff and noises and planes, and at the same time you're teaching them words and avion for like, so you just combining all that. And again, that's more moments with your kid, reps. You're having that energy. She's like, okay, this person bathes me, this person changes my diapers, this person feeds me. You're building that bond, you're building that trust. But yeah, feeding that one threw me for a loop, not gonna lie. I never heard of babies just not eating. And then again, why wouldn't I? Like I said, I didn't have kids. I wasn't in the kid space, so I was ignorant to a lot of things. But that's an interesting one. She's getting better for sure, which in the beginning was crazy because girl wasn't eating nothing, didn't take the bottle, didn't take pacifier. She was a one of a kind baby for sure, but she's getting better now. Like, she got her teeth so we can feed, some stuff break down. She loves birria. She loves pad thai. We got her pad thai before. Loves the noodle flavored mush. She'll tear that up. But anyway, get your reps in. Don't leave it to the mom to feed. Don't get frustrated. Get your reps in as well. And with the feeding. And the last one is one that I definitely put emphasis on because you want to share the load and you also want to be able to be a go-to when it comes to it. And that's getting your reps at putting your baby to sleep. Man, if shouts out to all of you that are in that first phase, those first couple of months. You know, you thought those movies over exaggerate, and at 3, it's not over exaggerating. It's not over exaggerating. It is. I'm just thinking of it now, man. A lot of stuff I think about that we survive is all you can do is laugh, boy. When I tell you, it's just 3, 4 in the morning. Oh God! Right, I'm looking at a monitor right now while she's napping, and it's just night and day, right? And she's only 14 months, so there's hope. Just gotta, be patient. It's a lot of patience, like I said before. But within that, that's a whole nother thing. You got a baby screaming, and most of the time she wants her mom, but you can't let that be a thing where I want my mom, so that's what happens. Like, obviously I'll do everything I can, and then if it just becomes like, okay, she wants to eat or whatever, we'll do it. But the reps in putting a baby down is singing, humming, vibration, bouncing, jumping, going back and forth, rocking chair. Like, I've applied so many techniques that did not work the following night. I would do some one night and I'm like, oh, she went to sleep. Tried it the next night, it didn't work. It's like she figured it out. Like, okay, this is how he got me. It's not happening the next night. And I mean, the harness that you wear, like, I literally used to walk around the house and put her to sleep with the harness in the summer, sweating. I worked from home just to give my wife relief. I used to have her like leaned on my chest working because she liked that harness. It was something she liked. So we would have that harness upstairs, and whenever she got into her modes, we just strap her in there and just start bouncing her around. And then I figured out, like, oh, she likes the bouncing. So then you start and then I think I realized I used to put her to sleep a lot when I was on the phone or talking to people, and I was like, oh, it's the vibration. So then I started humming like deep songs and deep that she could feel it. And then you combine it with a pat, and all that culminates to now when I know she's tired. I found this on TikTok. It's like you stand on your tippy toes and you bounce down like boom, and it creates that. Dude, that like knocks her out immediately. And then I combine it with a pat on the back and a hum and then a sway. Like, swear to God, I'm doing 4 things. I'll bounce, jump, sway, patting, and humming at the same time. Boom, doo. And like, it's just like I'm like fighting all angles that she's gonna try to do. And eventually you just start feeling her dead weight. Them legs start swaying, like, boom, got her. We good to go. But that comes from, I was gonna say years. She's only 14 months. That comes from 14 months of just reading her energy, her body, and like, okay, this is what she like. Dude, like, there's certain, like, I laugh sometimes when people hold her and try to put her to sleep or calm her, because there's certain ways you just can't hold. She hates it, but people don't know that. So I'm like, ooh, that's not gonna work. That's gonna piss her off. Like, so you learn, don't hold your baby like this. Like, she does not like to be held horizontally like a baby. She hates it, and now she has strength. She will get up and flip. She hates that, right? So there's certain ways to hold her, you learn all that about your kid. And again, another bonding moment, putting her to sleep. She's laying on your chest. She's comfortable with you. You could free up your partners, all the energy and the weight is not on them to put the baby to sleep. And you put all that together, the 4 things I said. Imagine you get to a point where you can handle a blowout, right? Or I guess we go back. You can feed your baby without her wanting mom or whatever, right? She eats great. You clean up with great routine. Then go play with toys. Blowout happens. Got that. Boom. I've done this before. Boom, 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 boom. Throw her in the bath. Boom. Done that before. Boom. Got my changing station ready. Boom, boom, boom. She done ate. She done played. She done had a blowout or pooped. She done got a nice warm bath. And then you have your routine. And then you put her to sleep. That's success to me. That's a good day. I'm excited. I'm like, okay, cool. And I've done it many times. Like, she's asleep right now. And I go and do what I got to do. And, you do it more and more, just like anything else. You get more confident. And now it's like, I let my wife, she does her certain things. She gets her to a certain point. And then I'm like, okay, you can go ahead. I got it from here. And of course, she's like, mama. And then boom, 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 boom. It's just like knocked out, man. So, those are 4 things that you get. Obviously, being a full-time parent, you're going to need repetition in just about everything. But again, for podcast sake, I think those are 4 things as a dad you can focus on. If you're not already focusing on it, or if you're about to have a kid, I think those 4 things can cover like a good portion of taking care of the kid. And, you'll be proud. I'm proud. I'm happy that I know I can handle those things. I can feed her, I can take care of her, I can bathe her, clean her, and I can put her to sleep. Those are like, I can do that through practice, through long nights, long days. I now have those skills, and I'm happy about that. And I just take pride in that. And maybe that's how you can approach it. Start taking pride in the skills that you develop as a father, and you're only going to become a better father and a better dad and a better partner. And taking the weight off your partner allows them to be better, can save your relationship, go deeper and deeper with all that, right? So yes, get in those reps. Thank you for listening. Another episode 3, whogottheaux.com, Who Got the Aux Media on YouTube. See this episode and other episodes, full videos, and you can also listen to audio only if you're on the go on Spotify, Apple, anywhere where you can listen to podcasts. Dad Volume 1. And yeah, shouts out to everybody that's subscribed, that's feeling it, that's commenting on it. Appreciate all the love. I will see and hear you. I gotta stop saying I will see y'all at the next episode, or I could just keep saying it. Who cares? I'll see y'all at the next episode. I'm out of here. Peace.